Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing okay. Today I just want to show you my wisdom card, and also I wanted to show you how I actually make them and any other options that you have. So I've got my soul card in that box here, cupcakes, and I think it's a little bit relevant because your wisdom cards are really treats for you. They remind you of your true north, really, and that's quite important, especially at the moment with the pandemic and all that. It's so easy to feel lost and overwhelmed. And I have to say, it's been 5 months now, and my cards have helped me so much. So I'll be making more as well. So let's have a look. I'm just going to zoom to show you. See a little bit better. So all they are is just cardboards. I use grey board like you'd have, in packaging, but you can use quite a lot of different things, for your cards. You can use chipboard as well if you're a crafter. You might be familiar with that. The grey board, really, I'll just zoom back out. The grey board is the backing you might get on envelopes, hardback envelopes as well. So you just, tear it out, tear the paper out, and you can use that. You can also use as well just, the Amazon envelopes that you get when you order from Amazon, just, the cardboard ones. You can use that as well. So you've got quite a lot of options. You don't have to buy something necessarily. You can still do it on the cheap. So I'll just zoom back in. There we go. A little bit closer. There we are. So that's what my wisdom cards look like. I cut them to size, paint them, and then just write my messages. So I'll show you. I have on one side I have either a question or a theme, and at the back then I'll have my answers basically. So that's quite good. I'll go through all the ones I have, so that can give you some ideas of what you want to do. Some of the cards, actually the idea of the wisdom cards I had came from a class, an online class from Melody Ross. Unfortunately, she's not teaching at the moment. She closed her online classes back in May this year. But she used to have so many soul work classes. It was so good, and there's always an element of mixed media or art in it, which made it quite a lot of fun. And that was actually one of her one of her classes called The Walk, where you just go through your life experiences to see where you are right now, and plan in a way with wisdom cards actually to help you get to the rest of your journey. So that was really good class. So keep an eye out, because hopefully at some point she will be back. So that's one of the cards actually, where you'd have some journaling questions. What to do if I feel angry, tired, discouraged on my journey. And that's what I've got. So that's my first one. Next one. These were made literally in minutes, and we will make some after, just to give you an example, just to show you how easy they are to make. Obviously, when you make yours, you don't have to use the ones that, the questions that I've done. You just choose what is relevant to you, and you'll find that as you go along into this practice, you will keep on adding. I definitely did. When I did the class, the walk with, you know, making these cards, I think I made maybe 8 cards for that one class, but I've kept adding all the time. So that's why I've got so many, and I know that's why I've got such a big box, because I know I will have more. So it's just to give you some examples here, so the kind of questions that I have. What can I do in my life with what I have that will bring me more joy? It's so important. We always want more, and it's so easy to want more, and there's nothing wrong with wanting more, but it shouldn't prevent us from finding joy right now. And I think that's something we often forget. So these cards are really good in reminding you. I keep mine in my living room because I'm always in my living room, and as I go past I just pick one. So that's why it said here, what do I truly need to equip myself for the walk? That one came from the walk online class as well, from Melody Ross. I mean, if you want ideas for journaling questions, you can search online. There's just so many. Or you could even do the cards following the Sunday journaling prompts that I do on my website, that you get every Sunday. Or if you follow me on Instagram, then they're on Instagram as well. So that's a big one, that one. I'm a big procrastinator, and that's something I've been working on for a long time, really long time. So that's the answer. I hope it helps you. But that's one I pick very often, definitely. That's quite useful, that one as well. Just to remind myself so I don't miss anything. At the moment I'm at home because I'm on furlough, so I'm not working, so I'm lucky enough to be able to do that. But obviously this is going to be extremely helpful to me. When I go back to work, I'll be full-time, obviously, and that's going to be a quick reminder for me, okay, what do I want to prioritize on? Obviously some things, well, you know, it's not even thinking about priority, you just have to do it. But little bits and bobs I have, I know I won't be able to do it all, so that one's been really helpful to me as well. So as you might know from a previous article on my blog, I'm a soul collager. I love soul collage. I only discovered it really recently, but I'm really hooked on it. And that's some ideas on what I can do with my cards as well. Quite a lot of the ideas, well, most of the ideas actually, I got from the kaleidosoul.com website, hosted by Anne-Marie Bennett. She's really good, and there's just so much stuff on her website if you want to soul collage and get you inspired. It's absolutely amazing. Am I there yet? That's what it feels like most days, really. So that's a good one. These are things to remind me. our inner critics. It's quite a lot to do with resistance as well, this one, to my goblins and their manager. You can actually ignore your goblins, but if you ignore your goblins, all they'll do is shout louder. So I've found it so helpful to actually listen and be open. Hello again! So we get cut by the camera on the goblin. Sorry about that. Let's start again. So the goblins, the inner critic. Again, as I said, it's always there. It never goes away. And for me, trying to get rid of it, it only keeps coming back. So what I have found is to acknowledge your inner critic, listen to what they have to say, and that's things reminding me that in the essence an inner critic is here to protect you. I mean, they go overboard, they want to drive the bus when really they should let you drive. But that's the essence of it, is self-protection. So sometimes it's important to listen to it and acknowledge it, and then obviously, you know, you consciously make the decision: do I listen to it and act upon it, or do I do what I want to do? So that's my goblin and manager card, because I've got many goblins and one manager managing them all. So a little bit like Lord of the Rings, one ring to rule them all. My next one, Manifest Incubator. So that's my manifesting reminder. This is something that I got from a book I've recently finished called Writing Down Your Soul, and that was really, really transforming. Manifesting for me is something quite abstract that I don't necessarily understand that much, and this book has really, really helped me, and that's the lesson that I learned from this book regarding manifesting. This is something I want to be reminded, so that's why I made this card here. And my last one is my home card. So what is home for me? The qualities of home. There's no place like home. It's a pretty famous quote, but for me it is really, really relevant. So again, you know, that's another of my cards. As I mentioned at the beginning, if you want to do reminders like that, it doesn't have to be cards. You can do it in many other formats. Another format that I have, I'm just gonna zoom out. Oh, this wasn't the right one. Here we go. This is I'm a lot into mixed media. I love mixed media and bookbinding and things like that. And this was another of Melody Ross's class called Soul Book. Hopefully it will come back, as I said. That would be nice. And this is just a collage book with just corrugated cardboard. Each page is corrugated cardboard with paintings, collage, things like that, and little things that reminds me of my true north. I don't know if you can see. It's quite hard to see. I think I've done I did this about, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago, 6 years ago, something like that. So the writing's been fading a little bit, so it's quite hard to see, but just to give you an idea. You can actually see the making of this book if you go on YouTube and go in my Mixed Media channel, Crystal's Art Factory. I'll put the link in the article. and you can actually access the making of each page, how I made each page. So you feel free to pop there and have a look. So see again, you know, you don't need to be even, you know, artsy to do something like that. Just, you know, corrugated cardboard, sellotape, and you just collage things from magazines, your own photos, and you just write down on a piece of, you know, copy of paper the message you want, and again you just glue it, and you'd still be able to get something like that. So next thing that we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you how I actually make my card. So I'll see you back here in a minute.